Hey everybody, we're back!
We're back.
Hi.
Wow, 3 sessions 1 day, holy crap, it's insanity! We're gonna do one more, we're gonna do investigation once more.
And we're gonna do this with a courtly speed.
Courtly speed,
to try to get through it quickly.
Yeah. Well, courtly speed, courtly speed is like hours. Oh, is this me?
I don't know.
I'll do it. February 24th, 3:12 p.m. Right, co-laphises. Laphises.
I'm so sorry, Mr. Wright.
It's cool.
I'm sorry for what my sister said.
Flashback to what we just saw.
Drastic crimes require drastic measures. That's just the way it is. We did what we had to in order for him to get the word he deserved.
That's like O.J. Simpson. Riots everywhere.
I didn't know. I never knew that the SL9 incident was just another name for the Joe Darke killings.
How about the Greg Light resurrections?
Resurrection.
Sounds like everyone heard about these killings but me!
Lana wanted Drake convicted so badly.
Dark.
I'm thinking Death Note. That's why she used me. That's why she used what happened to me.
Ooh. What do you mean, what happened to you? Is there something really kinky that I'm not knowing about?
It's all in the file.
It's all there, black and white, clear as crystal.
It's all here in this brochure.
You stole fizzy lifting drinks.
Joe Darke's last victim was Prosecutor Neil Marshall. When he murdered Officer Marshall's brother, he left behind an incriminating piece of evidence.
What do you have to do with those killings, Emma?
On the night Prosecutor Neil Marshall was murdered, Joe Darke tried to kill me.
He's like, ooh, 2-for-1 deal at Stab Mart. Stabby, stab, stab, stab. I can stab you too. Stabby, stab, 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 stab. What? He tried to kill you? Whoa, that's crazy.
Officer Marshall's brother, Neil, was only trying to save me. I'm getting beat up by Toro right now.
I mean, that's a weird noise. So that means you.
Yes, I was a witness in the Joe Darke trial.
I didn't see that one coming. Except for I read the thing, so I totally saw that one coming.
It happened 2 years ago. It was right about this time of the year too.
2 years ago today, I was about to get stabbed. Hey. Stabbing it out of my chest. I didn't get hurt, so I'm blessed. I don't know.
There was a terrible thunderstorm that day, unusual for the season.
I love the season.
I was alone in my sister's office. We were planning to eat dinner together once she finished her work.
Ooh.
Then suddenly, this terrifying man came bursting into the office.
Excuse me, ma'am. I have a case I want to talk about me stabbing people. Stab, 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 stab. He's a really obvious guy. He's like, I want to talk about me stabbing, stab, 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 stab. Joe Darke. What if he just was trying to get it off? He was like, oh, my wallet was stolen. You think you can sue the guy? Also, you sue someone for stabby, stab, stab, stab.
It seemed like he was running from someone. He pulled out a knife and screamed at me.
Maybe he wasn't the serial killer. Maybe he was running away from another serial killer. He was trying to defend himself from that serial killer. Maybe he's like a serial killer.
I didn't know what was going on.
Have you seen
what's it called? Dexter, right?
Oh yeah. Wasn't he a doctor who was a serial killer?
Yeah.
No, have you seen Seven Psychopaths? No. That's a movie with Christopher Walken. Watch that movie. We're scum-sucking motherfuckers.
Oh yeah.
That's that language. Right?
Just then, Prosecutor Marshall showed up.
Hey, little doggy, what's going on? Stab, 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 stab! I bet he yells stab, stab, stab when he's stabbing someone. Like,
You
what are
have
you
a
doing here?
line.
Stab, 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 stab! Take Marshall's brother!
Joe Darke tried to take me hostage.
Hey, don't go stabby, stabby, or else I'll stabby, stabby, or stab, stabby. Stabby.
But before he could, Mr. Marshall tackled
I can
him.
imagine him being played by Christopher Lloyd in the movie. When I killed your brother, I talked just like this! like Judge Stu from Who Framed Roger Rabbit. He does look like him a little, doesn't he?
Then
What happened?
I'll never forget it. Lightning struck and the lights went out. Suddenly,
Stab.
Cliche.
I know.
Yeah, I know, right?
A bolt of lightning flashed outside the window, lighting up the office for an
And
instant.
their bolts and lightning are very, very frightening.
When I saw them burned a permanent picture in my mind. I still can see it now.
A permanent picture? What about the permanent picture?
It is.
What do you see in the bed that the crime occurred?
Darke knocked down Mr. Marshall and raised his knife.
Neil Marshall was stabbed right in front of this poor girl. Well, she actually stabbed him.
I don't remember what happened after that. Apparently, I passed out.
What if
That's always
she's a serial killer and they lied to prove her innocent and prove this Ram guy guilty? That'd be an interesting twist.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
And that's why he's trying to put Lana in prison because she's,
Covered up.
accomplice of the serial killer.
When I came to, Lana was cradling me in her arms.
Ooh, that's a nice picture. I'm saying, well, she's 16, right? So back when this happened, she was 14, right?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe she was schizophrenic.
To be fair, she got a nice pair for a 14-year-old. Just saying.
To be fair,
That's our Phoenix. He's like, ooh, you got a nice pair way back then. What? Nice pair of pink goggles.
But how can you see what color they are? It's black.
And we're apparently in the 2000s, and we're still taking black and white photography pictures. Poor Emma, you've been through so much. Boopy 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 choo 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 boo 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 boo.
I couldn't bring myself to testify about that instant.
Well, that's because there's nobody there to listen to you. I'm gonna confess about the incident. Everyone's like, everybody left an hour. Like the janitor's there. We left an hour ago.
I tried, but the words just wouldn't come out.
Oh,
I drew a picture, but it wasn't any good.
I bet it was a ducky. 2 years ago, you must have been 14. That's understandable.
Oh wow, you could subtract?
14-year-olds are pretty hot. I mean, impressionable. Impressionably hot. You leave an impression on me. A sexual impression.
Better than Oprah.
That's our Phoenix. Oh yeah. Slow jazz radio. That's our Phoenix. Oh yeah. Phoenix are weird.
Once it was all over, I made up my mind. I decided that when I grew up, I would become a scientific investigator.
What did that do with that particular moment in time?
They want to improve forensics.
Oh, but why not just be like a lawyer or a defense attorney or like a prosecutor like your sister? Why like, oh, I almost got killed. Scientific investigator. It's like you fall off a cliff. What do you want to be? Janitor. I want to be a janitor when I grow up.
I want to be able to fight crime with my testimonies.
Be a cop. I guess that's part of being a cop.
And find the evidence to make it all airtight case.
Ooh.
That way, Lana would never have to forge anything.
Ooh.
Or have to forge a...
Unless she finds iron ore, she would have to forge it to make a nice pickaxe or something. I see! I think I finally started to understand why that makes them a tick. But there's still something that bothers me about the crime. What happened after the incident?
I don't remember the moment when Darke stabbed Mr. Marshall.
Stab. So you weren't able to testify about that?
No, I was only asked about when I was attacked. That must be why she made up the crime.
Made it up? You mean provide bogus evidence?
The prosecutor's office wanted that guilty verdict so badly. Lana forged the evidence and Mr. Edgeworth used it.
He's like, here's evidence. It's forged, by the way. Okay, you said forged evidence all the time. Bitch, please. I'm the king of forged evidence!
Actually, at the time, he would be the prince.
The Prince of Forge. It's like, he's like wearing a crown. I am the king. Come down to Von Karma's Forged Evidence Emporium. Need forged evidence for your crime? Come over. Want some bloody knives? Got lots of bloody knives. Some of them recently used. Call now if you want to know more. Call 1-866-FORGE. We'll forge you some custom evidence today at half the price of our competitors, or your money's back. Come now to Von Karma's Evidence Emporium. It's down by the 118 past Pasadena Avenue. Remember, crime doesn't pay unless you pay for forged evidence. And our prices, I'm crazy to be giving out any less prices. Crazy enough to bang my head against the wall. Which they do normally. Call now. That's a great commercial. Edgeworth?
Yes. But I'm sure he didn't know anything about it.
He probably totally didn't. He didn't freaking care. He's not worth the edges on his hair.
He couldn't have known he was being given false evidence.
If he did, who cares? He doesn't care.
Even so, that's when it all started. The rumors about Mr. Edgeworth, I mean, it's all my fault. If I could have just testified properly, none of this would have happened.
It's not your fault. So it's true, even though he may not have known it. Edgeworth really was involved in falsifying evidence.
Actually, you sound like the nerdy kid in Robot Chicken.
A little. Falsifying evidence.
The generic Seth Green.
Yeah.
the guy with the thick glasses.
After that case ended, Lana was never the same.
Have you seen the Ramen 1/2 skit?
No, I haven't.
That's a pretty funny one. Sure that is.
She became cold like she is today.
Wouldn't sacrifice her love. She must not have been able to face. She must not be able to face up to what she did, especially not to Emma. Something puzzling. There's something that's puzzling me, Emma.
What is it?
This jigsaw puzzle. I can't figure out where this piece goes.
Right here.
Anyway, you said that you were in Lana's office at the time, right?
That's right.
Why then would a serial killer come running in there? I mean, he only wanted to kill someone, right? Not only that, but he was being chased by a prosecutor? I mean, what was he thinking? This serial killer is worse than a poopy black pooping on a butt.
Oh, there's no mystery there. You're not in an echo.
Yeah.
Joe Darke has been taken in for questioning that day.
Taken in for questioning? You mean by the police?
Of course.
By the popo?
This happened at the police department.
That does make sense.
He tried to run away halfway through the interview and fled to my sister's office.
Hey, wait, so did you kill someone? Oh, I don't know about that. Go! Like it's all like cops all of a sudden like shaking hands. Go!
It's
like
like
runs
the 90s.
like a trailer house. Oh, what the hell going on? Get down!
It's like the 90s show Cops.
I know, I was gonna say get all cops like, bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when you burst into the prosecutor's office and try to stab somebody multiple times? Why do you run all the way over to your sister's office?
Because the detective's office and the questionnaire room are right across the elevator.
Huh. Across from the elevator? Well, Lana was the chief prosecutor, wasn't she?
No, silly. Didn't I tell you?
No. No, you didn't.
2 years ago, Lana was a detective.
Okay. Thank you for this.
Now.
She was the best in the entire force.
Yeah, they've done this now when it comes to news information. What? That's news to me. And everyone else too.
Duh, everyone knew that.
I mean, like, totally.
After the Joe Darke case,
Or as we like to nickname it, the stabby stab case.
she was transferred to the prosecutor's office and made chief prosecutor.
So is that a promotion or a demotion? Well, the prosecutors control the police's salary. So
Yeah.
wouldn't that be a promotion, I guess?
I think.
Lana used to be a detective? I'd better have another talk with her. Let's go talk to Lana. Look at this mechanic. You have to actually move around and talk to people? I mean, come on, game designers. What were you thinking?